In 1963, the emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, he said something very interesting. He said that until the philosophy which holds one race superior over another is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, there'll be war. War. Now, how does that apply to you and to your life, to where you are and to where you're going, right? To your goals, to your well-being. How does all of this apply? It's very simple because there is an inconvenient reality that many people choose to ignore, right? And that is the fact that they are indeed at war. They're at war, but it's not a war being fought with machine guns and bombs. It's a war, it's an inner war of unfelt emotion, right? Of unfelt emotion. Haile Selassie was talking about race and equality. What if you were, in fact, talking about emotion? What if you were talking about emotion? What would that sound like, right? It would be this: until your philosophy that holds one emotion superior over another is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, you will be at war. You will be at war, right? So until your philosophy that holds happiness superior over hatred, right? Your philosophy that holds joy superior over depression, your philosophy that holds validation superior over inadequacy, until those philosophies are permanently discredited and abandoned, you will in fact be at war. I know we all want to feel good. We all want to feel like we're needed and loved. We all want to feel validated. I get all that stuff, right? For example, in a relationship, the first months, the first years maybe are beautiful. They're great. You feel fantastic. You feel like you're falling in love every single day. But at some point, things begin to change. Things begin to fall apart. And all of a sudden, you don't feel as validated. You don't feel as needed, as wanted. Maybe you feel abused, misused, right? Maybe you're starting, because of the behavior in the relationship, you're starting to feel insecure. Your self-worth is being tarnished or maybe even shattered. All this stuff is going on. But wait a minute. We were the relationship that was supposed to make it. We were different. We're special. I don't want to let go of that feeling. What will our friends say? What will our family say? Because of all this, I won't look at these new feelings I have. I feel insecure. I feel abused. I won't look at that. It's hard. It's painful for me to look at that. I won't value that because I want more happiness. So I won't look at what the pain is telling me. All right? I won't look at what the fear is. I won't look at what these things are telling me because I value happiness. It holds a superior position over fear. So I won't look at the fear. I won't look at the hurt. I won't look at any of that stuff because one emotion is superior over the other. So that's your philosophy. And until that ends, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing more. There's nothing more but war. You're going to be at war. Feelings, no wrong feelings whatsoever. There are zero wrong. People tell you shouldn't feel a certain way. Wrong. That's nonsense. There are no wrong feelings. There are wrong actions. You shouldn't punch a person in the mouth just because you feel like you hate them. I mean, for God's sake, you're allowed to hate whoever you want. There's nothing you can hate. If you feel that you hate someone, that's not a wrong feeling. Going out and hurting that person is a wrong thing to do. No wrong feelings. Feelings are telling you something. And if you care to explore what your feelings are telling you, you understand how this thing called emotions actually work. So let me break it down for you because I think a lot of people confuse feelings and emotions. They're trying to figure, look, it's pretty much the same thing except for a very significant difference. If you think about a radio is just receiving signals. It's signals, right? So emotions are like the signals. Emotions are the signals that you have about your world, about your environment. It's telling you about your past, your present, and your future. They're just signals, right? They're always there. They're always happening. Now, turning the radio on to experience the signal is called feeling, right? That's the feeling part. No wrong feelings. But feelings are a way to understand what the emotion is all about. Now, we've all learned what it is when women talk about unsafe, when they feel unsafe. I think one of the great things about this Me Too movement is that we've learned that there's a lot behind that word unsafe. When a woman feels unsafe, there's a lot going on. She could feel unheard. She could feel afraid. She could feel unvalidated. She could feel nervous. There's a whole range of stuff happening there, and the expressions and actions that come with that. But men who typically don't engage in emotion and feelings that well, who knows what does it look like when a man feels unsafe, for example? Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. Now, you feel unsafe as a man, right? That's the emotion. That's a signal that's coming through that radio, right? but you feel like you just want to punch something. I don't know what's going on. I just want to hit something. I don't know what's going on. I just want to cheat. I don't know what's going on. I just want to run. You see what's going on here? You see what's happening here? Signal, feeling. You feel like you want to run. You feel like you want to punch something. That's all good. You feel like you want to cheat. Great. No wrong feelings. If you're paying attention, if your radio is on and you listen to that signal, it can teach you all about that signal. I want to run because I feel unsafe, right? I want to run because the emotion that I don't really recognize, it's called unsafe. The feeling is I want to run. The emotion is I feel unsafe. You're at war. That's a war. You want to run because you feel unsafe. You can solve unsafe. If you just run, you're going to be running for a long time. You're at war. If you just cheat, you're going to be cheating for a long time because you're at war. You want to fight, you want to punch someone, you're going to be punching for a long time, end up in the penitentiary. You're at war. Believe me, you're at war. What I'm saying to you is this. Ask yourself, how much longer you want to stay at war? It's a bad thing. I know there are no bodies in the street. I know there are no buildings blown up and everything like that, so you can't tell how bad this war is, but the inner havoc it's wreaking on you, your potential, the things that are possible for your life, your well-being, unfathomable. That's unfathomable. So you're at war. How long do you want to stay at war? I told you that emotions, and you have to allow yourself to experience them, the good and the bad. None is superior over the other. Happiness isn't always appropriate. New levels will bring new devils. Somebody said that. Think about that. You're at a place right now where you feel satisfied. Everything is going well. You feel validated. You feel secure. But you want to grow. And if you want to grow, I'm telling you, every time you want to grow, you'll be pulled upward. And as you pull upward, friction will begin to happen. Some experiences you don't want to see happen. Right? You're going to new levels. All of a sudden, there's certain things that become less certain. There's certain fears that prop up because you're reaching for a new level. So happiness isn't always appropriate. So if you're clinging to happiness, you're staying on one level. You won't grow, right? So in this case, you can see how uncertainty is just as important as happiness. Happiness was at this level. Uncertainty is at a higher level. So if you want to grow, you want the uncertainty. You want to experience uncertainty. I want to explain, why do I feel this? What's the emotion behind that? As you go into a new year, 2020, it's coming up. I think there's a lot of there's a lot of positioning you have to do, and a key part of that positioning is to determine and ask yourself and decide within yourself, how long do I want to be at war? And if you're tired of being at war, turn your radios on. Turn your radio on and begin to experience that signal, that emotion that's behind the feeling. My name is Angelo, and I'm the motivator.